ma'am. Yes, yes, you are. Thank you.
Hari मत कर मोह तू, मत कर मोह तू, मत कर मोह तू, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, मत कर मोह तू, मत कर मोह तू, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, नयन दिए दर्शन करने को, नयन दिए दर्शन करने को, श्रवण दिए सुन ज्ञान रे, श्रवण दिए सुन ज्ञान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, मत कर मोह तू, मत कर मोह तू, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, वदन दिया हरि गुण गाने को, वदन दिया हरि गुण गाने को, हाथ दिए कर दान रे, हाथ दिए कर दान रे, वदन दिया हरि गुण गाने को, वदन दिया हरि गुण गाने को, हाथ दिए कर दान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, कंचन निपजत खाद रे, कंचन निपजत खान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे। मत कर मोह तू, मत कर मोह तू, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे, हरि भजन को मान रे तू, हरि भजन को मान रे। Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What a lovely Kabir Dohe. Thank you so much. I'll now hand it over to Shibu for the meditation. Over to you, Shibu.
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you so much, Mangala ma'am. Good morning, good evening, dear friends. So yesterday we discussed, one of the topics which we discussed was Sajjan Sangitya. Satjan means Sat Jan, truth being. So Sajjan Sangitya essentially means people, all of us, people who are in search of truth, which is all of us. This is what we are doing here. Satjan, all of us, people who are searching truth. This is what we have been doing the last 17 days, seeking the truth. And for that, meditation is an enabler. So let's start our meditation. As usual, deep gratitude. In our procedure, please remove the specs, those who are wearing. Let's start by relaxing the body. Sukhasana. First step, sit comfortably. Clasp your hands. Cross your legs if you're sitting on the floor. Cross your feet, sitting on a chair. Close your eyes. Starting our inward journey. Let's be absolutely comfortable, dear friends. Take your time. Allow your body to relax. Let's drop all the mental burdens. Let's drop all the expectations. There's no doing here. Let's relax our body. See if there is any tension anywhere. Just relax. Slowly bring your awareness to your normal, natural breath. Inhalation, exhalation. Just be with the breath. Anapanasati. Let's calm our mind by being with our breath. Just observe normal, natural breath. Just be with the breath without controlling or manipulating the breath. Breath is happening on its own. The body is breathing. Let's just observe. If thoughts come, let's simply come back to the breath. Continue being with your breath, dear friends. Normal, natural, easy flow of breath. Last 15 minutes. Slowly come back, dear friends. Please bring your awareness to your body. Whenever you're ready, unclasp your hands. Place the fingers on your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds. Open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you, dear friends. All right. So let's welcome our speaker for today, Sunil, and he'll be covering two very important topics. Over to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Shibu. So yesterday Srujana covered about Swadhyaya, reading right spiritual books, which is one of the pillars of PSSM. So today we're going to discuss a bit more in detail about the other pillars PSSM has. I'm going to just share my screen. Shibu, if you can confirm if you're able to see my screen.
It's loading. Yes, it's good.
Okay. All right. So one of the guiding principles, one of the pillars is 18 guiding principles. This is fundamentally laid by the PSSM. All fine, the PPT? Okay. So Pyramid
Yes,
Spiritual
Sunil.
Societies, thank you so much, Shibu. So Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement has laid down these 18 guiding principles, which is fundamentally very important for us to understand in this journey. So let's go through one by one. Meditate in the right way, that is Anapanasati meditation, and teach everyone the same Anapanasati meditation technique. This is not a difficult asana, and there are no pranayama methods. We all are kind of experts in this meditation. Read right spiritual books. Sujna has taken extensively in yesterday's Swadhyaya session. Read books by Osho, Lobsang Rampa, Carlos Castaneda, Jane Roberts, Annie Besant, Linda Goodman, Deepak Chopra, Sylvia Brown, Thorkum Saradarian, Yogananda Paramahamsa. There's a lot list of authors, beautiful topics, concepts, which we all ought to read. They are really they're really going to help in our spiritual evolution, in deeper understanding. Exchange meditations and spiritual experiences with everyone who is interested. This is something which Shibu started today before meditation, Satchana Sangatya. So we exchange our experiences to each other, learn from each other, and even gives an opportunity to teach each other the right way of meditation and any doubts or clarifications, if any. So this is one of the important area where we learn from each other and we get into the Satchana Sangatya. Yes, we had discussed this as well earlier from the word, from four agreements and silence. So spend as much time every day in silence. So worldly gossip is absolutely forbidden. We all know how poisonous is this gossip, and speak only when you need. We all know full moon has got great science behind. It's so energetic, the full moon nights. So we highly recommend to utilize this to the fullest, utilize full moon nights for a lot more intensive meditation. So when we say intensive meditation, the one of the thing is to extend the time of meditation. So that's really going to help. Utilize pyramid energy for meditation as much as possible. So we are going to take this is next pillar of PSSM, pyramids and pyramid energy, which we'll take in coming days. And we need to really utilize this pyramid energy as much as possible. Give up the psychological dependence on medicines. Only meditational energy heals. Well, we all have a lot of experiences, and I'm sure in your spiritual journey, in your meditation journey, you will understand this in detail. Be a vegetarian. No meat, no fish, no eggs, and eat only according to your need. Many times we tend to overeat, which we can cut down. Most of the reasons why we get at dis-ease is because of eating beyond what is really needed to our body. Spend as much time in pure nature, like forests, meadows, river, banks, mountains, etc. These are really good. We don't really recommend to take up any spiritual clothing or any sacred body marks or rituals. The only ritual is to observe your breath, be with the breath. Yes, children are very important, and try impart meditation training to children right from their early childhood. I have niece who sits with me for meditation. She's just 2 years old. He just comes and sits. I don't need to educate, but as early as maybe 5 years or 6 years is good enough. You can actually make them slowly introduce them to meditation and try teaching them. Learn to live as masters and never as a disciple. This is something when Patriji calls every one of us, like you and me, Patriji calls us like a master. So that's a profound example. We all there no PSSM does not believe in masters and principles, masters or disciples kind of concepts. We do not recommend to accept money exchange while conducting meditation programs. We don't need to have worshipping idols, or there's no need to worship any living masters. Overcome the personal problems using your own meditational strength. So many of us would have already experienced a little bit of this, and I'm sure we have with uh, thanks to Sajjana Sangitya, we have heard a lot of miracles from different masters and friends out there who have gained their own, who have actually come out of their personal problems. The meditation was an answer for many of those problems. In this journey of our spiritual life, we don't need to really get away from a family life and get into deep forest or get into sannyasas or renunciation. You don't need this. You can enjoy your family life, your professional life as much as we all are doing, and still be in our path of spirituality. Yes, once we learned the beauty of meditation, it's always good to spread this word and make others to sit and meditate. So try and establish pyramid meditation centers in all villages, towns, and cities wherever you are. And the 18th one, publish meditational experiences and personal spiritual transformation, so that it inspires many others to understand this and take that into their journey. So this is one of the pillars that we just went through, the 18 principles. Now let's get into the next pillar, and that's vegetarianism. Strange, right? How is vegetarianism going to be affecting, in our spiritual progress? Let's just take this through. So before getting into this, let's understand what is the definition of this vegetarianism. So we all know the definition. It's simple. Any plant-based food that you take, that diet is called a vegetarian food. And which aren't like meat, fish, or eggs, are all a non-vegetarian food. Now, there is also this concept called veganism. Veganism is still the same form of vegetarianism, but it says that vegans don't consume any animal products, including milk, or they do not wear any animal products like leather or things like that. So that's the basic definition of vegetarianism and vegan. So let's discuss how vegetarianism is going to affect our health, environment, and spiritual progress. So let's begin with how it's going to affect on health side. So when we say health, we talk about a wholesome health, a complete health. So it starts with the social health. So when this is the time when we unconditionally give a service, or when we get into unconditional service to others. So we can do that only when you are spiritually healthy. That is when we have a deep understanding in the spiritual level. And that's possible when you have a good intellectual health. It's again possible only when you have a right mental health. So all of these are the soul side, the health, the other planes. So, but all these are lying in our physical entity. So we have taken a birth of this physical entity, and this is the core here now. Okay. So only when you're physically healthy, we become active and we are vibrant. And that's when you develop mental health, which gives like with positive thoughts, clarity, peace, and love. And that's when it increases our understanding ability using that's when we become intellectually healthy. And then we seek truth. We are nothing but ECW, that is energy, conscious wisdom. And that actually helps us to increase the unconditional service to others. I'm sure you would remember this gut feeling. I think in a couple of sessions, we talked about this gut feeling that is nothing but the intuition. Something just comes, like when it's in a juncture of something just comes from your gut. You know, I feel I need to take this route, or probably decide, between A and B options based on some illogical reason. The logical mind says you need to take option A, but the illogical, there's some strong gut feeling which says, no, I need to go with B. So this gut feeling literally comes from the gut. Let's understand how. So typically our gut is scientifically, now people have understood, the doctors have understood that gut is actually the second brain. 70% of immune system is in our gut. So it is very important to look after our digestion. Now, 85% of total serotonin is produced in the gut. Now, to just help you understand what serotonin is nothing but it plays an important role in this mood and emotions. So sometimes you pop a pill for that as antidepressant drugs. So this is nothing but serotonin that elevates your, brain serotonin. But whereas you don't need this external dependency of such capsules, whereas this is largely 85% of this produced in your own gut. So you have the capacity to produce that serotonin. The enteric nervous system contains 50 million neurons, which is almost half the neurons in brain. And that is the very reason we call gut as a second brain. And these are all connected. All these nervous systems are connected to the brain. So the type of food we ingest have a direct influence on our thought and emotion through this gut-brain neuroaxis. Now, they are constantly in touch with this brain through the axis. So the various brain disorders such as anxiety or increased bowel movement, like the so-called the irritable bowel movement, migraines. When you have certain people, we have seen when they have migraines, they also have this vomiting or nausea-like feeling. So this is connected to the brain, the gut-brain connection. We're just trying to correlate the connection between the gut and the brain. Many other neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, all of these are related to the type of food we consume. There are various studies that has gone through. And there are various studies that has proven that vegetarian food has the natural antidepressant value by producing more amounts of serotonins in the gut. Now that we have spoken on the gut, let's just get a bit more information on the gut. These are some latest studies that has proven. A research study revealed that the effects of diet on the gut microflora, so it's just like a flora in our gut, that those who are on a vegetarian or a vegan diet have an increased amount of type of bacteria called Prevotella. Okay. Now, meat eating persons, the same bacteria that is produced is called as bacteroids. Now, bacteroids are such bacteria that these are, when it is beyond a level, and a high level, these are the reasons to cause colon cancer. Whereas a microbiome more dominated by Prevotella, these enterotype bacteria, these help form a protective layer to maintain a healthier gut. And there are many more number of studies that has shown and proven that more diverse gut bacteria is generally associated with a better health. So diverse, we have seen the studies have shown that some parts of Africa where the children have better gut than people, children in European nations. That's because of the food that they eat, more healthier food that they eat. And if you have a poor diversity of microbiome, then it causes health issues like obesity, allergies, or chronic fatigue syndrome, etc. So interestingly, what we have also found, what the research also says, that following a vegan diet, it is also found that there are higher levels of short chain fatty acids like propionate and butyrate, which are thought to have highly protective functions in the body. Those who aren't having, a different lifestyle, like meat eating lifestyle, the micro, the major sources that come from plant, that come from the meat, like beef, pork, and fish, they produce carnitine and choline. These together, the gut produces trimethylene and then oxidized into liver. So what happens is when this is released and circulated, these are the major reasons for other diseases like atherosclerosis and cardiovascular disorders. So why we're getting to this bit more technical is because to understand what is exactly happening in the gut. So it's so important. Hence, it is very important to watch what goes in and what goes out. Just like we explained about um, the word of a power of word, right? What we speak, it's so important from the first agreement. So it's also equally important what goes into the mouth. A famous Linda Goodman quote says, "What you eat and what you think is what you are." So it's so important. Important. Let's understand the basic nature of human body, the construct. It's basically designed for a plant food, typically. So two areas we want to talk is the teeth and the intestines. So the pictures that you see here shows the teeth, how the teeth is formed for a carnivore versus omnivore, herbivore, frugivorous, and human beings. So the teeth that we have is designed for uh, vegetarian food, and moreover, the intestines for a human being, it takes about only 6 to 8 hours for a vegetarian food to digest completely, whereas the meat, non-vegetarian food, takes almost 48 hours to really digest and excrete. The length of One of the reason is the length of human intestines is much long, almost 4 to 5 times longer than a carnivorous animal. For example, tiger or a lion or any kind of carnivorous animal, the length of the intestine is barely 4 feet long. So digestion happens quickly for an animal. We all know plant-based foods are safe and easy to digest, and it gives holistic nutrition, rich in proteins, vitamins, fiber, various antioxidants. And it's always understood. We all know that green vegetables are highly alkaline in nature, and an average body requires 80% of alkaline food for a better healthy life. These are some comparisons between alkaline and non-alkaline. You can Google this out as well. Fruits and vegetables connect with nature of different colors. We all learned also in the chakras, it says various type of food associated for each levels of chakra. The plant-based foods are lower risk for most of the diseases, and what we are is what we eat. So vegetarian food harmonizes body, mind, and emotions. Vegetables, fruits, sprouts make body more flexible and strengthens our immune system. The saturated animal fats, cholesterol make body rigid and dysfunctional and disabled. Unsaturated vegetable fats make the body more flexible and allow the nutrients to give the required immunity. The studies have proven that vegetarians live almost 6 years longer and healthier than their meat eating peers. So that was on health. Well, let's just quickly understand about the effect of vegetarianism on environment. Well, there are a lot of things to speak about. I'm just cutting short this to one or two slides. So meat industry is actually severely impacting on all areas of environment, like the pollution, water pollution, sewage systems, animal extinction, acid rain, deforestation, rain forests, trees, cutting down a lot of trees, and innumerable catastrophic effects. So is there a solution to avoid all of these? Yes, we can. Once we choose to go green or go vegetarian, you actually play an important role in avoiding all of this to Mother Earth, because Mother Earth needs healing, and all it takes is one simple decision by going veg. So that's crisp about the effect of the ecological side. Now let's just discuss more in detail about the effect on spiritual growth. So the right food comes from the nature. We all know that, and that is known as the Prakriti Ahar. So it has all the purity, serenity, and bliss from nature. It's more like a prana. So nature has created with life in it, and we should be having this prana life forces into us. So right food should have the component of ahimsa. Now plant-based food is ahimsahar. So when you take non-violent food, you acquire ahimsa character, like being compassionate, empathetic, helpful, beneficial in nature, and sattvic. So these qualities are very important for our spiritual evolution. Choosing a vegetarianism or veganism is not just about being healthy, as we just went through in a few slides. It is also a very big responsibility. So spirituality is not only concerned with discovering our own inner side, but it's an extension of having love, concern, and compassion to all life in creation. Now, this is just beyond eating. This makes us conscious and help the nature, people around as well. The more we become conscious, the next level is mindful eating. So consciously, you only eat as much the body needs. Sorry. So whoever I have already sorry about that. So all of us should really pat on our back to tell ourselves that we're doing a wonderful job by choosing a vegetarian diet. So when we do that, what is next? Is there anything else? Yes, there are higher levels that you can try. There's sattvic food or fasting regularly, once in 2 weeks or once in a week, etc. Conscious eating, this is very important, because we most of the time grab beyond what is really needed, and that is the reason it actually affects our health. And when you are consciously eating, it increases your consciousness, it increases your awareness. Being a fruitarian, so these are things you can try. So to conclude, one needs to be mindful about what goes into our mouth. And one of the easiest way to stay connected with the nature is by having pranic food. And our spiritual evolution is deeply rooted with ahimsa. That's very important. And then end of the day, when everything is there available, you have the power to choose, the power to choose consciously. And that is something very important. So when we increase our awareness and consciousness, this is something that you can decide. May all be an awakened being. So, friends, that concludes the two pillars that we want to talk about, the 18 principles and vegetarianism that PSSM has guided us through. We now I just don't, okay, we are on time, and I think we can now get into the next section. We can actually, we have been thinking, I mean, we have been having a lot of discussions, but now we really want to hear from you. What are your experiences? And since we already reached day 18, it's very important from the Satchana Sangatya perspective as well to hear from you a lot more. So let's now open up for some experience sharing or any questions that you have. So friends, feel free to raise your hand, and we can unmute and we can have some experience sharing. I think there are some questions coming in. I'd like to pick up the questions from here. Give me a moment, please. Okay. There is this question from Shakti Vadivu. Can I sit in Vajrasana as well for meditation? Half the time into meditation in Sukhasana, my leg gets cramps. So I shifted to Vajrasana for the rest of the meditation. Shibu, you want to pick up that?
Sorry, I was speaking on mute, Sunil. Yes, okay. And that is absolutely fine. If the main goal is for the body to be relaxed, and if the body is in ease, the mind will also get into ease. So whatever makes you comfortable is what you should do. So there is Sukhasana is what we recommend, but it's absolutely okay to go for whatever makes you at ease.
Yeah, just to add on to what Shibu mentioned, many times in my beginning stages, I too have experienced this. Continuously sitting in a Sukhasana, I used to fold my legs on the floor. Sometimes legs gets really cramped and the awareness goes for a toss. All attention goes to my legs. So it's okay to stretch your legs a bit. It's absolutely fine, because the purpose is not on the physical, you're not locking the physical body. If you feel so, do that. And give yourself some time. Over a period of time, you will get used to it. All right. Next question from...
There is the one person, and he has asked you to repeat 12th and 13th principles.
12th and 13th principles. Okay, let me...
Or we can even provide the link to the 18 principles as well.
Yeah, these will be updated in the... Okay. 11th and 13th, right?
12 and 13.
12 and 13. Okay. So 12th is learn to live as masters and never as disciples. 13th is reject money exchanges in meditation training program. Okay. Deepa from Bangalore has asked this. Lots of gratitude to all APS teams for giving time and energy, putting lots of efforts for our spiritual journey. Thank you. I have a question for Sunil. Can we access all APS recordings after 30th September also on the portal which we use currently? Well, yes, this will be open for a few days. I mean, for about a month or so. Yeah, that's what our plan is. So even after 30th of September, you can still access for about a month. So, my dear friends, you can even open up and give out your experiences. It will be really lovely and wonderful to hear experiences from you. how your meditation journey has been this far, and we are also learning from each other. So it'll be wonderful to really hear experiences from you while we take these questions. So please feel free to raise your digital hand, and we will unmute and we can have a discussion.
Sunil, meanwhile, Dr. Jia has mentioned that 2 of her questions has not been answered, so we'll pick that up as well. If not in this session, we can respond later.
Yeah, so 2 of the Gia's questions, I think Prithvi is there here today, right? I'll pick up that question. So,
and Nishchal has raised her hand too.
Okay. So while I pick up the question, let's hear from Nishchal. Okay, Nishchal, please go ahead.
Hi all, good morning.
Good morning.
I have been practicing meditation from past 6 months, and Anapanasati has helped me a lot. But in this session, what helped me was Ho'oponopono, because that forgiveness was what I was stuck with, and forgiving others inside me really helped me, because when I see that person again in physical in form, I had already forgiven him. So in that way, I was very peaceful in my mind, and it helped me move in my path a bit stretched. I could stretch myself a lot in that way. So thank you for that Ho'oponopono. It really helped me a lot. Thank you.
Most welcome, Nishchal. Most welcome. While we have more hands coming up, I'll quickly take another question. This was asked by Prakash. So, do we completely forbid of milk, ghee, cheese, paneer, or other milk products, or just become vegetarian? What do you recommend? Well, the primary thing is to be a vegetarian, and being a vegetarian, people do have milk, ghee, cheese, any animal product, any milk product primarily. Well, it's okay, but where vegan, getting to a vegan is purely a choice. I mean, it's not something that we draw a rule that everyone has to be vegan. It's your choice. Go by your own intuition. But we have the study and we have the information out there how choosing a particular option like vegan and vegetarian, how beneficial it is going to be. So for now, being a vegetarian, it's absolutely okay to have them. It's up to your choice to choose a vegan or not. We have hand raised by Mahesh Patel. Over to you, sir.
Yes, I am Mahesh Patel from New Jersey. I have one suggestion. Can we have a local group? Since Sibu is from New Jersey, we can exchange a lot of knowledge, and also about whatever we have read as far as spiritual books are concerned, we can exchange notes. And last but not the least, I'm very thankful and grateful to all the masters because the speakers have given a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight to many other aspects of life. As far as my spiritual journey is concerned, I will come back to you tomorrow because I have to make some notes about certain books and all. So that's it. Only the suggestion which I think should be considered. Thank you.
Yes, Mahesh. I mean, Shibu is in your, I think, neighborhood. So I'm sure as part of our 18 guiding principles, we should be having a center. But yeah, if not in the form of a center, at least a group can be formed. And why not catch up and do group meditation? That's what we do here in India. We are all in different parts of Bangalore, and in a weekend we catch up with like-minded meditators, either in house or some public place. We sit, do a group meditation, exchange our experiences, and carry on that. It's a wonderful idea. Shibu, I think you want to add something there.
Yes, absolutely, sir. We can definitely connect. And again, gratitude for your presence and always being on camera. It really helps us. So really, really in gratitude for that. And definitely we can connect. Thank you.
We have a hand raised by Meghna. I'll just, okay, please go ahead, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. So, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you very much for all the masters. So, let me tell my experience. Like before joining to this, right, I have zero expectations. I never thought like, I was just expecting that I'll just go for some group meditation and I'll just practice later. I never expected this speeches will have such impact in my thought process, right? I just wanted to say one thing like yesterday's Srijana ma'am explained something like some little story, right? Some soul story. So if you, it was really great. Like, that itself changed the whole perspective of like what I used to feel before. And now I'm really, not only that, like, whatever the speeches that happened till now, right? It was very great. And I wish, like Mahesh sir told, right? I was just about to ask the same thing. Like, can I continue into this? Like, can we have some group chats or group meditation things? Like, I'm also in US, like in New Hampshire. So I just wanted to know, like, if, I just don't want to stop here in the 21 day. Like, I just want to continue and want to be part of this, any group that, that continues to US. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. In fact, this is how it starts. So maybe 1 or 2% starts, and then you spread the meditation across to different friends, and the tribe continues there. So yes, from Pyramid Valley perspective, yes, we have another course coming in the next month onwards, and that's going to suit more of the US time. It's going to be night Indian time. The details are there in the website. So these 21 day or week or 10 days, this course keeps happening online. But yes, offline, I think we need to really find who are there around New Hampshire and other places, and still gather and then continue that. But I think until such time, online is the best way out. And we can find, I think Shibu can help if there are any other he'll also find from his sources if there are any other small group that is there locally in that geography, right, Shibu?
Yes, and there are PSSM global groups and other groups, so we can definitely help out.
Great. Okay. So Prithvi, I think you're there, right? We have a question from Dr. Jia. So I'll pick that question up. Prithvi, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sunil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll read out the question which Dr. Jia had asked on day 7. Can chakras be linked to frequency states, as explained by Prithvi ma'am? And she is referring to a table showing the mental frequency wise impact on hormones. If you can.
Yes, the mental frequencies with the impact of the hormones will be shared with the recap. So I'll be sharing that table with the recap of the 21 days thing. And coming to the chakras, yes, the brain frequencies can be related to the chakra energies. With my understanding is that the chakra frequencies, like chakras are related to different um, mental status and also few emotions that we feel, like the fear, the guilt. So these are the emotions that we feel in the lower chakras. And when we are in these emotions, we actually be in the higher frequency of the brain. So it's a vice versa. As we move from a lower chakra to higher chakra, the brain frequency also goes from higher frequency to lower frequency. So there is a connection with the chakras and the brain frequency. It's all the energy. Frequency is also nothing but the vibrations of the energy. So definitely there is a link with the chakras and the brain frequencies.
Thank you, Prithvi. Hope, Dr. Jia, hope that answers your question. Do you want to elaborate on that? Or first of all, we would also like to listen to your experience, if you're okay. All right, we'll wait for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead,
Am
ma'am.
I audible? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, the experience is it's overwhelming, and it is much more than the expectations. And by the end of 18 days, it has become like the moment I close my eyes, I'm with my breath. Whether I'm standing, walking, or lying down or sitting, wherever, once I close my eyes, I'm with my breath. So that's the best thing that has happened to me. Earlier, it was like it required effort to do that, but now it has become effortless. And one thing which I have just put in the chat box is I would appreciate a session on significance of pyramid structure. And how can we have that with our limited means in our homes for meditation? Like, is there any way out for that?
Yes, Dr.
And regarding the answers, the first one, as she said, Prithvi ma'am said that she'll be sharing in the recap. For chakra and mental frequencies, I wanted, I mean, a little more deeper, if it is possible, like little more accurate, that when we are in this chakra, these are the frequencies, and when in this chakra, or if we are changing, if we are able to change our frequencies, like as we said that we can voluntarily switch our mental energies. So when we switch from alpha to delta or whatever, how it impacts chakra, like each chakra, what is the impact? So if it is possible, I would love to know the details. If it is not, that's fine. Like,
okay. Well, coming to yeah, I think Prithvi, if we can get any such data or any such kind of reference material, we'll get back to Dr. Jia on this.
Sure. I will get back to Dr. Jia ma'am very soon with that. It's all about balancing the chakras with the frequencies that we meditate. So
yes.
It's not that we have to be in one particular frequency all the time. It is that we have to balance all of these frequencies in the daily basis, and it's again related to balancing of the chakras. So I'll get back to you with more details with this, ma'am.
Yeah, like when we are in alpha frequency, how are these chakras? And when we switch to delta, what is the change in all of the chakras? Or if there is change in one or two chakras or all of the chakras? So if it is possible, I would like to know.
Surely. I'll check it out and I'll get back to you.
And thank you so much, ma'am. Your sessions were wonderful.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Pleased to hear that, Dr. Jia. Thank you so much for those kind words. Yes, regarding the pyramid energy, yes, we are having an exclusive session in next couple of days. It's purely on the pyramid, so please stay tuned. Okay, so we have Deepa raised hand. Yes, please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, thanks to all of you. And I want to share my experience that she would take in that 4 agreements. I have started in very small things, like he said that don't do the assumption. In small things like tea and coffee, what happened, whatever food we prepare, we just prepare, that like family members will like. But it's not like that. So I have tried to ask before preparing the food and tea and coffee. So that's make my life so easy. And my family members are also happy. Oh, you are asking, and they have that food very happily. So that is the first things I have learned. Don't make assumptions in small matters also. And second, I want to ask the questions, Sunil and Shibu and all the speakers. All the days I have seen same cheerful energy on your face. I was not knowing that Shibu is from New Jersey, so it is not morning time for him. It looks like morning on him. So how you people maintain this energy throughout all the day and all the time? What is the reason? It is only meditations or it's other things also?
Shibu, you should answer that.
Yeah, it's the service, right? When ma'am, once you're doing service, it's not a job. It's just a joy. So there is no tiredness or there's nothing like that. Just fully alive, just the joy of service. It's a totally different feeling, right? So
how to build this confidence, because I also do the service, but that confidence which I have seen in both of you, that I have not seen myself. So I need to work for that.
It's definitely a process, and I'm sure it will come. And Sampath, do you want to add on to this?
Yeah, sure, Shibu. Today I joined your session in front of this master, Gandhiji, and in front of this quote. I realized that I was here suddenly. So answering the question, ma'am, meditation plus service. That's all. You keep receiving the energy and you keep spending that energy for everyone, including you. You are connected to the divine quality, the godliness within you, and God is always with a smile. You will never see a picture of God without a smile. So we all are gods, creations of God. So God always gives. So we are always in the giving. And we get a lot by giving. Thank you.
Another thing also I want to share, thank you all of you, that this is my third APS. The first I have joined, that Sagar has taken APS 1. Then again that Sampath and Shibu has taken this APS 2, and now APS 3. So I have seen all the difference. Every time the contents is different and the presentation way is different. So it's amazing one. So looking forward for APS 4 also. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I think it's close to 7:30, but we have a hand again raised by Dr. Jia. Yes, Dr. Jia, please go ahead. We'd love to hear from you again.
I just missed to thank you for today's session. It was really, really wonderful. I had the similar thoughts and feelings, but I never had the right words to express that. Today, you gave words to my thoughts and feelings. So I'm so special thanks to you for today's session.
Pleasure, ma'am.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, I think we have many more questions pouring in. It's close to 7:30. Shibu, what do? We cannot cover all of these questions, but I need to really scan through them. Okay, there's one question. Yeah, so there's one question. Sorry, yeah, go ahead, Shibu.
No, go ahead, Sunil.
Okay, there is one question from Advait, asked a couple of times on tinnitus. Has anyone mentioned in the past that meditation has helped to get rid of tinnitus? Well, this is something very medical terminology. We really, at the moment, we do not have anyone who have experienced that, but we'll have to get back to you once we find somebody who has got rid of this. Some of them have asked about the books. Yes, we have shared a Google Drive. I have uploaded that into the portal, and it'll be visible for all of you to access. Then we have, yes, there's somebody from Shakti has messaged. Please share us a way to stay connected with this community within India as well. I am from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. I think we have many pyramid masters from Coimbatore as well. We will try and get connected them to you, Shakti. Okay. It's close to time, so I just want to check if there is any more hands coming up. Okay, no hands as of now. So there are many.
Sunil, I just want to add a point for today's topic before closing.
Yeah.
And that is the main reason for vegetarianism is not just being healthy or being positive for the environment. Meditation, it connects you to yourself first, and once you start seeing that self everywhere in everything, vegetarianism is a natural outcome. We don't have to do it effortfully. The oneness of the spirit, that spirit is breathing through all of us. We start connecting. That's when we become spiritual. So you see yourself in every being. That's when you prefer non-violence and non-killing, and naturally you'll become a vegetarian. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Wonderful point, Sampath. I think that's the way to close the session. I do not want to clutter anything else to, I want people to stay with that words. All right. So thank you so much. It was a wonderful day 18, and let's all join tomorrow for day 19. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening, the people in US. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.